brothers, sisters, generals, family in the world, online. Good day, good afternoon, and good evening, whatever time zone that we may be in. And welcome to another EBX and Lord Lamont show. Thus, EBX discussion. And Lord Lamont and I will have to have a father and son discussion probably next weekend because it is extremely cold here in the old Milltown, those old elements. And, I don't want him to get out in the cold again. I think a couple of weekends ago had the same thing. So gotta let Mama Nature do what it do. And we're going to get into that as we can see on the banner and or thumbnail. But first, let's give those honors. I honor thy ancestors, man, brother and sister, righteous general that fought so very hard to get many of us in that great, great divine space that we are in. So be very, very thankful. And again, salute to the current subscriber, new subscriber, anybody that view, I salute you and thank you. And may that great divine just be in our life, keep us strong and keep us prospering, vigilant and aware, especially these times and these days. And stay with it. Here to give a little inspiration. Been a few days, as I always do. Step back, observe, rejuvenate, and come back and speak to the generals, brother or sister, family that listen to a brother, and speak what that great divine has put inside of one, And as I always say, when that great divine tell one to speak, I speak. When that great divine tell one to shut up, I shut up. Because as many of us out here salute, once we get through them levels of awareness or age, as I always say, we begin to listen to that inner voice, right? That inner voice that says, it's beautiful when one can actually lock on to that inner divine spirit, brothers and sisters. So stay with it, stay learning, man. We are leader and teacher, remember, with a student spirit. So always focus on human nature, divine spirit deep within, and mama nature. You can never go wrong, with those three things, having a positive frequency or a divine frequency have to go through the levels and stay as right and whole as we can, deep in the belly of our soul. So let's get into it, brothers and sisters. Mama nature is so refreshing. That's why I got this on the banner. And as I've called it in the past, I like to call it a nature podcast, and every other podcast you'll see nature on the banner and or thumbnail. And I want the zebras on the banner or thumbnail represents being free in one's mind. Because as I always say, success and being free is a state of mind all day, every day. So think of this on the banner. Look how free those zebras look. Look at that beautiful nature. And they just roaming and don't have a care in the world. That's how we got to be, and kind of deflect some of this media shit and social media. We have to learn what to burn our energy on, not let too much information enter our psyche, and keep that fortress up in our mind, body, and soul, and that see, hear, and feel. Keep on fighting in that battleground we call a psyche, because that's where everything's developed, That's where the good or bad stem from. So study our psyche, become best friends with our psyche and our soul, brothers and sisters, and stick to our great divine. Great divine is our compass, brothers and sisters. We learn this. We keep living in this life, keep searching, seeking, outside of this punk ass matrix, and see this world for what it is. As I used to like to say, on top of a building or a mountain, looking out above, above, and beyond, superficial things, and see deep into the core of oneself. Because then whoever listening, we teach, whether it's a platform or not, or in the world, social media, nothing is more precious than a righteous, honest, true vibration. Even when we don't speak, our vibration alone. It's wonderful to carry, to harbor good things within our soul. It's beautiful, And again, it's not about being this deep spiritual person. It just means stand upright general, in this life. Because when your mind is clear and you are somewhat of a good human being, male or female, of course, great things will come. And I'm sure all of us have some kind of story of impossible fires we made it through. Trust me. some spiritual, and some we might have not have known it was spiritual. That's the way the cosmic world works, But again, study synchronicities. I always say signs and dreams, deja vu, things like that. That's those things like that. That's what we study. And then that's our doorway into that cosmic world. Study our dreams, I've gotten past the weird shit and all that. No, it really is a spiritual cosmic world out there beyond just saying God and all that, because you have to watch what God, we don't worship anything. Because it comes from within, never idolize or worship, no, we honor great divine and mama nature. And everything stems from the belly of the soul. We have honor within, honor without, as I said on a few podcasts ago, called Spiritual Honor. And I had Wesley Snipes on the banner and or thumbnail. And I talked about inner sun power. Learning that's part of nature. You can never go wrong learning about nature. Anything, animals, trees, the sun, water. And those are, that's the most powerful elements. What is it? Fire, air, and water. If I'm not mistaken, those are the most important elements in nature because we need all three, I would say fire being symbolically, and fire, like, remember the fire in Hollywood, which was weird. And that fire that destroyed, it was kind of divine. It's like that fire destroyed, I think, if I'm not mistaken, only the rich people, wealthy homes got burned up. As I say, brothers and sisters, I don't do coincidences. So, if one wants to put that in the comments, do you think that fire was karmic or, well, it was both? It was nature and karmic, to be honest. But go back and study those fires and other things that happened in California that led up to those fires. Whether someone lit it or not, it's still karmic, in my opinion. And if we go back and study those fires, I think only some celebs got their homes burned. And I do remember hearing people in the comments was like, that's good for LA. And, of course, we don't want no one to lose their home and everything they own and stuff like that. But we all know the things that go on in Hollywood. See, that's what happens when you got wicked entities. I'm talking about wealthy, evil entities in that city that kind of made it the way it is the reason things transpired and happened, and it's just unfortunate that the common man and common woman of that city have to suffer, so that's the bad part of it, because I don't condone suffering and struggling. I've been there, my son, Lord Lamont, salute, my family, a lot of us, we've been through the struggle. So I don't make light of things like that. But at the same time, when we have an awareness, we see through the smoke screen, we know where that came from, so I would never want to live in LA ever. I used to have the dreams of Hollywood and all that shit, but that shit died. The moment we become aware of the truth, and see that Hollywood for what it is, a very, very powerful illusion. Nah, I'm good. The power of good. I did a video about that. The power of I'm good, man. Not in the bragging like saying we're good. I'm talking about good on devilish, demonic, toxic shit. We good on that. The power of I'm good. Real talk. So, but I just kind of got off the topic a little bit, but that kind of ties in because it relates to mama nature, And I always say, nothing in this world is more powerful, or can overpower mama nature and that great divine. Facts, nothing. So just get in alignment, but we can be parallel with mama nature and that great divine and connect with our inner compass. Now, a lot of us philosophies talk about that inner compass. It's real, and affirmations, positive words, things like that is good too, because it's good for our system, And I'll reiterate, negativity can cost you, but positive energy is free all day long. Don't cost you a thing, That's why we have to kind of step back from the media and their social media sometimes, just so we can have our own brain, our own thoughts, our own soul. Make sure it's us, because this media can damn near turn us into a fucking zombie, real talk, without even knowing it. That's how powerful social media and or media can be, And learning is fun. It don't always have to be this deep thing, but when you're a seeker and you're a seeker of righteous knowledge and things to make us better and seeing beyond this old plastic world we're living in, we become deep by default. We can't help it, and like I said, it's amazing enjoying the process, the journey, whether we speak or we got a hobby or we're doing music. Remember, folks, everybody has a divine ability and or skill. So whatever that is, and again, doesn't always have to be on no big scale. If we can keep that kind of mindset, great divine and Mama Nature will show up and show out in our life. And it's Mama Nature is so refreshing. Look at that on the banner. Just think of we or you or anyone's listening, that's standing in that nature, away from everything. It's beautiful, beautiful. And learning about nature and being in nature is therapeutic. And I said on the last podcast, when we get a chance, get out in nature and just stand in the sun. Close our eyes if we have to and do some deep meditation. But, of course, pick a day where it's peaceful, and really a best time to be in nature is when nobody's around, when it's just you. That's the best time. So my advice, depending on where we are, what city or state we're living in, unless we're in Africa where they got sun 24/7. But if you're in the city, any city we're living in, depending on where we're living, I would say the best time, depending on our time zone too, I would say the best days to go stand in nature if we're fortunate to be out in the country, cool, you good. But I'm talking about people in the city that have to maybe drive to a park or something like that. I think the best time to go is mid-afternoon Saturday or mid-afternoon Sunday. That's when it's the most quiet. And man, get out and grasp some of that nature. Get away from the phones and the laptops and the computers. And man, so we can remember that we're human, know who we are, and stay grounded in reality, because a false sense of reality is danger, danger, danger. So real talk. So again, I just suggest, teach, and give advice, because I don't teach nothing that I have to learn myself or have learned, as well as Lord Lamont, salute. And I texted him and told him that it's gonna be extremely cold. I mean, it's dangerously cold. It's like if you go outside, I actually seen somebody post this. I think it was Nino Brown. And he had a guy on there said, go outside for 9 minutes and freeze your ass off. So they say stay in the house, don't go out unless we have to. So it's pretty freaking cold out there. That's the only thing about Milltown. But what I say about Milltown's a tough city. Got some generals here in the old Mill. Brother, sister, family, if you can make it in the Mill, you can make it anywhere. Like I said about Lord Lamont. Lord Lamont conquered the Mill, real talk. He done been in the elements, all parts of Milwaukee and everything, so. But it's like any city, anywhere, you have your crime and a lot of bad things, that happen. But there's a lot of good things about old Milltown too. They got a lot of things to do. It just depends on who we are, where our mind is as brother, sister, family, younger or older. If our mind is chaotic, then that's what we'll gravitate to. But if we just living our life and want some little joy and fun, that's what we'll gravitate to, or learn something, or be a teacher. As long as it's righteous, that's what we'll gravitate toward too. What we put out is what we get back. That's more of a saying. Keep living, brothers and sisters, and we'll see. But learning and exploring, man, is the best thing one can do for oneself, and especially about nature. I'm telling you, Mama Nature is so refreshing. And whether it take years, we learn soon or later, man, we do come to terms with great divine is our compass at the end of the day. No matter how far we stray away from that great divine, we always end up coming back, whether it's sooner or later. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when, but it's beautiful learning things and, pinpointing our so-called weaknesses and magnifying and building and strengthening, our strengths, and make our strengths override where we don't even have any weaknesses. They turn into what? Challenges, where you hear the most deepest philosophers say. We get to a space, and our language matters too. And you learn this on this walk. Learn language does matter, because it comes from a thought, it leads from action. Of course, what's in the belly of that soul, it'll come up to the surface sooner or later. So when we harbor nothing wrong, evil, or nothing in our soul, man, we can breeze through this life. And it's just nice not having wrong intent in the belly of our soul. When you're not looking to do wrong, one, don't have anything to worry about, and be ourselves, excuse me. Like I had the hiccups or something. But yeah, being ourselves is beautiful when one just be who we are, and man, explore as much as we can about Mama Nature. Get some understanding, overstanding, and understanding about the universe, life, that power, that great divine spirits, downloads that drop into our spirit, amazing things that happen in our life we can't explain. Always go deeper into things like that, like numbers. I see numbers a lot. I'll reiterate: 444, 7777, and 1111. Those are numbers I see all the time, and those are angel numbers, and they're spiritual numbers. They are numbers of protection, which I always say call down protection from that great divine. Said it a lot, for family, brother, sister in the world, online, a global meditative prayer. That's how I pray. A deep, a real prayer, not no superficial prayer. So because I look at great divine as the most powerful thing we'll ever experience in this life, as well as Mama Nature has been here since the beginning of time, as I say, have seen our kind come and go. So we ain't doing nothing that great divine and Mama Nature ain't already saw. Real talk, so just be the best of ourselves and watch that great divine come in our life and, man, make us shine in a healthy way, mind, body, and soul. And of course, I got a hip hop break, a summary breakdown of a divine compass, just a small one. And I got 4 spell breaker statements, and I got 2 sisters I want to speak on. So thank those that's been riding along, and keep looking for more music from L'Oreal Lyrical, rest in peace and empower, myself, and Lord Lamont. And I'll probably re-upload a song from L'Oreal Lyrical today. I haven't played her music in a while. And like I said, she was phenomenal. This computer shit was nothing to her. So, and anyone else in my family, rest in peace and in power. Always remember thy ancestors, younger or older, far or near. You know what I'm saying? The spirit live on through us. That's what keeps us powerful. Keep this, remember, it's a righteous realm. We start with that core. We start with ourselves, children, family, significant other, work our way out. Because remember, we got generals in that realm too. That's how I look at this world, as in layers, levels, realms, and I'm an ally. I don't see enemies, I don't hate, and I don't have haters. Any enemies or haters is developed themselves. I didn't develop them, because divine wants me to be an ally. And I'm led by that great divine and Mama Nature. That's what I'm led by. That divine family spirit deep in the core of one soul. And that fortress is up. So that's why I always send out that vibration of protection, a protective spirit, not an attention seeking spirit, not a revengeful spirit, none of that. We got to be clear minded, and our soul got to be clear as much as possible, because I always say, folks, we as humans, we don't know what's coming down the road. So that's the very reason why we cling to righteous things and that divine spirit and knowledge and things above and beyond these little small ass spaces and social media, and got to step back and really look at this world and keep a grasp on our psyche. Real talk. So psyche ain't nothing to play with. Watch what goes in, what goes out. Facts. So let's get to this hip hop break. And I like to call it a hip hop stimulation break. And the first song, let me see, I think the first song is Help My People. And the second song is Time Has Come. Get to that point in our life. And as I said, great divine Mama Nature is the author of patience and time. But we can't wait too long, But being at a place of awareness is beautiful when we feel it, know it, and see it. And then another gift is when we help another, elevate their lives and they pass it on to someone else. Beautiful when that can happen, you know. But in a lot of us, the righteous teachers, brother or sister, it is happening, because we know how it go. A lot of righteous things or good things that people are doing, you won't see in the media, especially when it comes to melanated brothers and sisters. So, but when you're in them righteous circles, we do see it. It's a lot of great things that are being done midst of the evil and undermining. But that that manipulation of the mass, that's coming to an end because a lot of people are aware now, and it's beautiful, So, and I was listening to a podcast. I think it was I don't know if it's called Mafa or something like that. And Red Man, salute to not Red, well Red Man, salute to Red Man, but I meant to say Method Man. I've been watching some interviews of Method Man, been pretty dope, and they were speaking on because Martin Luther King's birthday was a few days ago. Rest in peace and in power, Martin Luther King, and many other historians, activists, black leaders, brother or sister that was righteous, that had right in their heart, just things on the outside that was pulling on them. So rest in peace and in power. But they were speaking on. Remember, he said we should overcome. I used to say we have overcame, but now we have to maintain. Because new level, new devil. As we hear. And we gotta know, as I love to say, the devil tactics never change. It's different places, different faces. And you know how the OG say, what the OG say. We've heard this saying a million times. Players change, but the game remains the same. We keep that kind of mindset, we'll miss all kind of toxic shit. We'll miss things, but we'll see things. And that's a great place to be. That's why we go in meditation and or deep prayer and get times to oneself. So we can tap in to things and get away from all the noise, so we can tap into our own inner thoughts and then connect with that Mama Nature, because it is so refreshing, because Mama Nature watches over us all day, every day. It pays attention to us. We just don't pay attention to it. So, but when we do, then we will notice amazing things about Mama Nature, and we will start understanding that Great Divine is our inner compass. At the end of the day, real talk, is our compass, brothers and sisters, all day long. Facts. So let's get to this hip hop break. See, I got 2 songs. Boy, when you speak, boy, your throat get dry. That's why I always keep it like a cup of coffee, because it is in the morning. You get the best downloads in the morning. I used to say that, because when you first wake up, your mind is fresh. You've gotten rest. Your body is rejuvenated. That's why it's good to with any kind of gift we have, but especially speaking, but any kind of hobby or gift that we have, I would say in the morning times, I would have to use music or hip hop as an example. Some of my best songs I've made in the past has been in the morning after I woke up, so refreshed, but anytime we get a download, if we feel it in our soul, jump on it, do it right then and there. Because sometimes because that's the best time, whatever gift, craft we have, that's the best time to develop it or express it, when we really feel it in the pit of our soul. I say from our toes through our soul. That's the best feeling in the world. Remember, it's 1 trillion billion gifts that Great Divine has for us. Just reach within and pull it out and manifest it to the world righteously. All right, first song is Help My People. That's all I want to do, and that's in my description, actually. And anyone, that wants to be inspired and live a great life. Man, nothing is more precious and powerful than a positive word. It can go a long way. Like the story I told about the brother that encouraged me to keep doing music and told me I was pretty good at it. Man, that encouraged the heck out of me, and I never looked back, And as Lord Lamont said, salute. He said, dang, Pops, you done made all kind of songs. One day I just started making songs and just putting them out there, Just do what we love what we do, and let that Great Divine and Mama Nature do the rest. But at the end of the day, I just want to help my people. That's all. Keep them protected, and and make it through our challenges, so we can come into our graceful years with that divine power and enjoy our grandkids and be proud of the righteous footsteps we made and the devils we conquered in our past. Real talk. So First song is Help My People. Let me see. And I'll be back after this. Be back after this, soldiers. Help my people.
Yeah, my soldiers and soldierettes. Help my people, keep them from evil. All I wanna do is just help my people, keep them from evil divine. All I wanna do is just help my people, keep them from evil. All I wanna do is just help my people, keep them from evil divine. Make sure we make it through, yeah, me and you. Just take a look around, it's too much to lose. Good relation, education, make it out without a bruise. And don't go to sleep, don't you dare hit snooze. It's work to be done, it's too much to do. And watch our kids while they in these schools. Sick and tired of bullshit, no longer a fool. We live by principles and not no rules. All I wanna do is just help my people, keep them from evil. All I wanna do is just help my people, keep them from evil divine. All I wanna do is just help my people, keep them from evil. All I wanna do is just help my people, keep them from evil divine. Make sure we get a rest and just do our best. Protect oneself and ready for any test. I haven't always been like this, I must confess. And this not checkers, this is chess. I know we hear this again and again. We gotta take the time and just go within. Be thankful for family and good friends. And we just rise, keep our eyes open wide. And gotta stay up in this fight. And keep doing right and stay purified. And so dang wise, we got that divine. And yeah, we protect it and never compromise. All I wanna do is just help my people, keep them from evil. All I wanna do is just help my people, keep them from evil divine. Keep them from evil divine. Yeah, EBX. All I wanna do is just help my people, keep them from evil. All I wanna do is just help my people, keep them from evil divine.
Real talk. Keep them from evil divine. Real talk. Y'all hear that? I'm always calling down protection on brothers and sisters, family in the world, online. They even rhyme. I stay rhyming all the time. Yep. And the next one is Time Has Come. We have arrived. Some of us feel this, some of us don't. As I say, what are we or what are you gonna do when that truth comes for you? Because it comes for everybody, you know. Time has come, brothers and sisters. Our soldier angels have arrived. Be back after this. Time has come.
The time has come. We can't be dumb. Because the time has come. The time has come. No time to be dumb. Because the time has come. It's no time to be dumb. Because the time has come. Yeah. The time has come. It's no time to be dumb. Because the time has come. There's no time to be. It's no way to be. It's no time to be dumb. Just trying to do what we gotta do. Ain't got no time then to sit back and have blues. It's here to teach you and you teach me. And it is not a nigga, so we all be free. We gotta go on. We gotta stay strong. And making sure we're true when we making these songs. And in life too, man, we gotta make it through. Man, we gotta win a nigga, man, we never ever lose. The time has come. It's no time to be dumb. Because the time has come. Brothers and sisters, yeah. I'm on this walk and I don't care, man, if you stalk. But if you do, it will be okay as long as we on the righteous way. And listen to these words, man, that I say. And positive, powerful things when I lay. Cause I'ma teach you, it will not stop. And they get it out, man, on this hip-hop. My brothers and sisters, we can't suffer. I'm never looking down and keep looking upper. We gotta do this, we cannot quit. In this life, never have no fear. Cause the blessings, yeah, could be before you. And that's we gotta make it through. Ooh, yeah, you know what's in the time to be dumb.
No time to be dumb.
Because the time has come.
Cause the time has come.
We can't be dumb. Time has come.
There's nowhere to be.
And we can't be. There's no time to be dumb.
Because the time has come.
The time has come. We in the age of knowing. And if you don't know, school yourself. Go deeper into our spirituality. Tricks are for kids. It's time to quit playing. Cause the time has come. You got no time to be dumb. Yeah.
Real talk. Got no time to be dumb, brothers and sisters. Yes, sir. You know, better be aware these days, man. It ain't about being this super intelligent person. No, you better know something these days. Real talk. Gotta know the art of navigation, which my son and I talked about. I'm gonna put that in the end screen. The podcast, me and him. We've done a lot so far, you know. I miss, because we've missed a couple weekends, so I do miss doing them with him, doing those podcasts. And but we'll be back at it, you know. As soon as this weather, you know, it's gotta let the elements, gotta let Mama Nature do what it do. But I still appreciate Mama Nature, you know, because as I told my son, Lord Lamont, you know, what if the sun went out? What would we do? The world would die without the sun. So we better appreciate this life. Some people don't appreciate it, you know. So I say I don't put great divine in no small box. This is the most powerful thing we'll ever experience, as well as Mama Nature. And again, it's so refreshing. Look on the banner. Look at these zebras. Look how free they look. They just look beautiful. I am so infatuated with Mama Nature. I was just so intrigued with that. I was like, I'm jealous of those zebras on the banner. I want to be standing in the mix of that, you know, and just be free, and, you know, not have to worry about bills and, you know, and responsibilities and all these things that tie to you, and everybody wanting attention and look at me and skirt, danger, you know. Stay whole within, you know, use social media for what it is, you know, have fun with it, you know. Always had to be this deep thing, but I remember when social media first started, used to be fun, you know. Now it's got to really be careful, because again, never underestimate the power of social media and or media. But it depends on who we are and our mindset, you know, what we view, you know, what we gravitate towards. So I take a drink of coffee, throat got dry. Yeah. So let's get into it. I got a summary and 2 sisters I want to speak on, and 4 spell breaker statements, brothers and sisters. So let's get into the summary first. Leaders and teachers with a student spirit. Let's go. Remember, we're leaders and teachers, student spirit. We're not no followers, you know. We ride along with each other. We're changing that damn narrative. Let's go. A divine compass refers metaphorically to an inner sense of guidance from great divine. Conscience, or the divine spirit, directing one toward righteousness and a purpose. Man, beautiful. Often described as an innate divine spirit, unstoppable spirit. But again, takes levels, paying attention, not looking at, you know, divine spirituality and a righteous spirit within as a trend, and a really living it, because that's what really makes it authentic, when we really do live what we say, even through the challenging times, you know. But we become more aware. Again, signs, synchronicities, deja vu. Those are the things that'll teach us anticipation, the art of navigation. You know, I know I'm always rhyming. I don't be meaning to. But yeah, we learn these things, get sharper at it. You know, we can be that power. Melanated brothers and sisters, especially, you know, it's a man, people only knew. Well, some people do know, you know. Just again, look what the Warriors did in Kemet. I always bring Kemet up, you know, way before social media. Just ponder that, what some of our historians done, the power they had, you know. So nothing is more powerful than the human spirit. I don't give a damn, you know, when one is not taking no shit from that punk ass devil. All right, and I got a sister I want to speak on, and Dr. Gladius West, and I spoke on this sister in a comedy heavy hitters. I think I did by myself, and I did a skit in there and I got a character called Sister Tell the Truth. And in there, I talked about how it was a sister that came up with the concept of the GPS. And Instagram was a young brother. I mean, everything about the world, inventions, all of it stemmed from a melanated brother. The first scientist was melanated. Okay, facts. Do your research. All right, Dr. Gladius West, the pioneering mathematician, Dr. Gladius West, the pioneering mathematician whose work made GPS technology possible. That's beautiful. And she passed away at the age of 95. Rest in peace and in power. And I'm looking at a picture of her, and even in her golden age, she still look young. Black don't crack when you take care of it. Real talk. So salute to her. You hear that concept? She made the GPS possible, you know? And many Caucasian scientists, they know, trust me. All right. The next salute is to Queen Latifah. I came across something in social media. I'm always looking for something positive. Queen Latifah put 14 million into affordable housing in her new work hometown. Salute. Mike Epps did the same thing in his hometown also. So salute to things like that, you know. But I mean, I know there's celebs and stuff, but it's just nice, you know, to hear about celebs doing something positive for the community. Because again, what we put out, what we get back. You know, Mama Nature sees this as well as that great divine, and that's good for our inner compass when we do positive things and give back to the community, you know, in a small way, big way, you know. And people don't have to always know what we're doing. Just do it, because the great divine will bring it out. Remember, great divine Mama Nature, author of patience and time. Because again, I'll reiterate, you know, I volunteered yesterday, and yes, and man, it's always fun and amazing when one volunteers and get involved. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Again, I've been volunteering going on 4 years. Wonderful, you know. So salute to my son Ethan, his siblings, and may his siblings be protected, my biological and divine. Salute, as well as family. All right, one more sister I want to speak on. I was waiting to speak on her in the podcast, because me and Lord Lamont, we're going to do a podcast about producing and beat making. So I got the banners for it and everything, but I got to wait on him, because I like certain podcasts, especially when it comes to music, and me and him, we connect really well on music, and he's pretty educated about it. I'm so proud of Lord Lamont. Salute. And so I'm waiting on to do that with him. And but I'm gonna go ahead and speak on this sister. I'm gonna speak on her there. Rest in peace and in power, Aaliyah, which is very beautiful in this picture. And I came across it in Rap House. Salute to Rap House. They always have something positive about music and hip hop and stuff. So forever missed, never forgotten. Happy heavenly birthday goes out to the beautiful Aaliyah Dana Halton. I never known her full name. Halton, Haughton. She would have turned 47. She would have been, this was about a week ago though. She would have been 47, you know. And I always say, there will never be another Aaliyah. And every time I think about her situation and how she died, it pisses me the fuck off. You know, it's like, oh man, she reminds me of Pac and many others like them. It's just, man, it's so sad. But rest in peace and in power, Aaliyah. She looks real beautiful in this picture. And in the picture, it shows her pointing at you. And I looked at it, I was like, wow. And she's pointing at you like, wow, it's like, you're good or something. That's the way the picture looks. If you had to look at it, you know, like when somebody pointing at you and they kind of got a smirk on their face, like they smiling. You know how somebody point at you like, you got it. You know, that's how the picture looks. So rest in peace and in power. And she looks so beautiful in this picture. Her skin is just, man, glowing. So rest in peace and power to her and any artist that's a good artist, you know, well, any artist that's no longer with us, male, female, brother, or sister, especially those who were taken away from us too soon, like my cousin, L'Oreal Lyrical. Rest in peace and in power. So I just wanted to speak on those sisters, because I'm always looking for something positive, you know, because when we have something positive, it develops in our core inner divine compass. Thank you, great divine, for the warriors and the generals out here, brothers and sisters, and in our families and in the world and online. Because like the banner here, like it's so refreshing, and those zebras just tromping along and so free. just looks so freaking refreshing. Mama nature. I love it. All right, leaders and teachers with a student spirit. Let's get to these 4 spell breaker statements and stay solid in that great divine inner compass. All right, brothers and sisters. If you get nothing else from me on this channel, man, focus on the inner compass, because that's where that great divine resides. That's where the battle takes place, in that psyche. Spell breaker statement number 1. Every so often, assess and reset mind, body, and soul from the digital world, as I was saying a little while ago. And we gotta, just like how computers and tablets and all that stuff refresh, that's how we gotta do. We gotta refresh ourselves. And when we do that, some new creativity, new things, our own thoughts will rise to the surface, righteously. That's why meditation, that's why you hear that all the time. That's why you hear martial artists, some of our deepest philosophers or historians, a lot of them took time to themselves. That's how they came up with the creative things. If you ever, some of us, if we look at brothers or sisters and we be like, man, they dope, or they got a really radiant vibration, that's because they take time to them. The most powerful people that we have seen throughout history are those who take time to themselves, and really get into deep thought, righteous thought though, and come out swinging, come out on fire, because one thing about the devil never sleeps. And but remember, devil can't work without a host. So don't be a host, cling to that divine spirit, go deeper and deeper into signs, synchronicities. Those are windows into that cosmic divine world. All right. So every so often, assess and reset mind, body, and soul from the digital world. It's good for our health and immune system. All right. Spellbreaker statement number 2: explore cosmic knowledge outside of the media. Learn things that from our own soul. And it's good to get inspiration from different speakers, from the media, social media, because I listen to speakers, brother, sister, and it's good too. But have our own lane, have our own purpose too. Everyone has their own journey, find something we love and grow from that, draw from that, again, whether it's small or big. We can't look at status and comparing. That will confuse us and throw us off our course. Look at what great divine has given us to do, male, female, brother, sister, family, and flourish with it. Stay with it. What do we love to do? What do we think about the most? What do we harbor in our soul? Question ourselves, Everywhere we go, there we are. Where the mind goes, the body goes. Ponder that. So explore cosmic knowledge outside of the media. Go into that so-called weird cosmic world, quotation marks. I don't see weird. I see it's so much things that our brain can learn. And then our brain, we can literally go a lifetime, as I like to say, and not tap into a part of our brain that just amazes ourselves. Everything don't always have to be bad, but we got to dig into our soul to feel and see these things. So we got to feel them first, deep in the belly of our soul, and then manifest it to the world. And if it's on a big scale, cool, as long as it's righteous. But we can't manifest great things if we let things before us stop us. We gotta get rid of the things that's before us so we can see beyond, especially this human flesh, because the human flesh can be like a firewall. The human flesh is a mother hubber. Trust me, I know. Gotta get past that, the thirstiness and the desperation of the human flesh. The human flesh is like an old drunk person. Don't give a damn. The human flesh, if we like didn't have a right mind and just let our human flesh do what it want to do, we'd be a hot mess, real talk. Because we all know, if we don't listen to that voice that say our flesh will do what the hell it wants. So that's why one has discipline. And again, we don't know what's coming down the road, but when we're seekers of knowledge and staying aware, staying sharp, we can anticipate all things. We are powerful cosmic beings. We can think of ourselves like that, but not arrogantly or ego, nothing like that. But being powerful in a healthy way is so much more rewarding, and it starts in small, it starts subtle. The small things is what matters, So again, explore cosmic knowledge. Step into that spiritual world. Don't be afraid of it. Step into it. As long as it's righteous, though. Not hurting yourself or no one else. All right. Spellbreaker statement number 2: shield our brain from becoming a zombie. That's in life too, not just social media. That's in life. Of course, some of us have to work jobs and stuff like that. But that's why I say cling to a hobby. Do something different than the so-called norm. Quotation marks. Don't leave this planet without exploring something we may harbor inside that we may always wanted to do. And I'm not talking about nothing evil, because that's going to make it all non and void. So that's what I'm saying, because it's a long time I didn't speak or do gifts and stuff like that. I've told stories where I did hip hop in silence. I used to make songs and stuff in silence and didn't really share it to the world until I ran into this brother I spoke on, encouraged me to keep doing music. So, it takes time sometimes, but we move on divine time, not our time or man's time, because there's no better time than Mama Nature or that great divine time. Facts, so we just flow. Do what we love what we do righteously. So don't live our whole lives and tap into a gift we have, but not led by social media or attention. We feel it in our soul in a divine way. Just do it. So don't leave this planet without understanding, or overstanding of that can be an amazing cosmic world, because some of us do leave this planet, don't waste time, basically. So enjoy good parts of our life where we leave this planet and leave a righteous impact. Again, it could be small, big, don't have to be on a big scale, but know that we gave our all before we left this planet. All right. Spellbreaker statement number 4, last but not least. All right. Trends bring easy prediction. Wicked entities can see this, because trends bring easy prediction. Be unpredictable in this life. When I say unpredictable, not like with our family or our loved ones, nothing like that. I'm talking about unpredictable to the devil, social media. That's another reason why we should know the art of navigation on this social media. That's where we be unpredictable. Don't, just me, this is just advice. One can do what they want to do, but I don't know. Like I said, I don't do Instagram. I haven't been on these platforms except for YouTube. I be on YouTube, but Instagram, Facebook, X, and TikTok, I haven't been on it in the last almost 2.5, 3 years. Now I go in there every so often to kind of browse around, just kind of see what's going on, but I click back off. But as far as posting, haven't done it in like 2-3 years. I don't miss it, it got to a point where I kind of got sick of it, and I want my own thoughts. I want that thoughts to drop from Mama Nature, because it's so freaking refreshing, in that great divine. We get some inspiration from the world, media, social media, but again, that art of navigation will keep us locked on to our inner compass, and that's what we need. So, because when great divine is our compass, it help us to help ourselves, our loved ones, our children, going in deep thought and meditation, help us to make right choices, especially when we're coming into, as I always say, an intense situation. Could be positive, could be negative. We learn the art of anticipation and we get better at it. Those that have a heightened self-awareness, as I always say, we can almost see into the future, and that's beautiful to be in that space. But it could take work, takes levels, takes paying attention to oneself. As I said, assess and reset every so often, mind, body, and soul, away from this sometimes toxic digital world, But again, a lot of us that are generals and soldiers out here salute spell breakers, as Lord Lamont came up with. Remember, he came up with that. Our fellow spell breakers, those who are spell breakers, we know what it is, breaking all these toxic ass spells out here. So that was in one spirit, and I just want those to be refreshed and not worn out or burn out, and because great divine and Mama Nature need us healthy, mind, body, and soul. Rest, regulate how we eat, what we see, hear, and feel, what we filter in that psyche, in our, a healthy immune system. We need all these things. Great divine, Mama Nature needs us healthy, mind, body, and soul, so we can carry out whatever purpose Great Divine and Mama Nature has for us. Everyone has their own journey, but it better be a righteous journey. You can be evil and rotten to the core if you want to. Yeah, you might make it. You might make it half your life being evil, but the longer it takes for Great Divine to come back around to you, the worse it's gonna be. And again, who wants to live in their golden ages, fighting back and trying to get back and make up and all because of all the evil and rotten things one has done throughout the years. So it is sad, it's unfortunate that some are living that, but there is a lot that's not. So I want to be in the business of building generals, like I always say, because again, I listen to speakers and there were those that inspired me. All of us have had, have learned something or got a jewel from someone along the way. Because as I always say, brothers and sisters, you know what I say, Great Divine always bring a warrior upon our path. And that warrior can be in a family member. It could be in a friend. I'm talking about a righteous warrior. It could be in a brother and sister in the world, online. It could be in a person, place, thing. But how can we see, these warriors? I'm talking about those that were sent to help us in our life. Those spiritual, divine soldier angels that sometimes sent in our life. It could be spiritual or physical. How can we see these cosmic things? We have to assess and reset ourselves. We have to be in a place to see these things so our pineal gland can be receptive and receive, righteous tunnel vision, just collecting good knowledge, great things that can help us, and we can pass that vibration off to others, sending out that divine protection. We have to be in a righteous space to see it. We can't be beefing and going back and forth and seeing how many numbers we got. And I'm so thankful that I'm not caught up into that shit. I just flow. Patience is a beautiful thing. It really is. Gives you time to, for one, you no longer get caught up in the woulda, coulda, shoulda syndrome. How many of us have lived that? No more woulda, coulda, shouldas. So that's how we stay focused and be ready. Because again, we never know what's coming down the road. We've had so many examples in our life to show us that. So that's why Great Divine let us know that it's our inner compass. Stay focused, brothers and sisters. Man, our focus needs more focus. Real talk. So like the banner here, Mama Nature is so refreshing. So that's how our mind need to be. Like this banner here. Like these zebras. Roaming free. Real talk. So thank those for coming in to another EBX and Lord Lamont show. Thus, EBX discussion. Stay great, stay strong, brothers and sisters, and be free. Remember, being free is a state of mind as well as success. Because if we successful, righteously successful in our soul, you tell me what can stop us? Nothing. Especially when Great Divine is our inner compass. Nothing can stop us. As brother, sister, family, in the world, online. Y'all know how I do it. Global protection from that Great Divine for ourselves and from ourselves, so we never ever become our own worst enemy, and stay great, stay focused, stay vigilant, Great Divine got us, brothers and sisters. Even when we don't think, it's always, Mama Nature and Great Divine is always protecting us, been protecting some of us from birth, and some of us get to a space we look back like, wow, there's something out there, So cling to that. If we ever had divine moments, just think back, cling to that, go deeper into it, study. Never just willy-nilly free fall through life and don't study different things about ourselves. Especially when it comes to dreams and stuff. We can almost anticipate things, brothers and sisters. I'm serious. I have, real talk. Lord Lamont has. Lord Lamont has had premonitions and stuff, so there's something out there, but we got to seek it out, and it'll seek us out, breeze through this life. So thank those for coming in. Stay the generals we have been, the generals we are, stay strong and powerful. Nothing can mess with a powerful brother and sister, because when we learn about nature, we will know how refreshing it is. And stay locked in to that divine spirit, because brothers and sisters, like I said, Great Divine is our wonderful inner compass. Salute.